What's up, guys? It's your boy Houdini, and we have some new parts in today, and with new parts comes a new video. Finally ordered this thermostat. It is finally here. It is finally here. So the box is a lot jacked up, but thermostat. But anyway, who cares about a thermostat? These are the parts that we really need. Let me grab old reliable. This I could just rip. But these are the missing buckets that I needed to complete the other side of the cams. So we have new parts from Tim as well, which is some cam sprockets and some buckets that he had that I needed. So he sent those over, and then I had to order two that I didn't have. And in the comments, someone asked me if I was ordering new timing chains and tensioners, and I said no. But I kind of lied to him because these have metal in them. You're probably not going to be able to see it on the GoPro, but it has metal in it. So, yeah, that's a no-go. I went ahead and ordered all new Johns. Today, we can officially start the assembly on this engine. I have to pull this side back off, put it back on with assembly lube. So I'm going to do that. Then I'll put this side on and then do the timing chain covers. I'll throw this thermostat on. So with these metal on metal connections like this, all this stuff, all in here, all this stuff, you want to clean up with a Scotch-Brite pad. You just want to scrape it, hit it with some brake cleaner, scrape it, hit it with scrub it, not scrape it. Hit it with some brake cleaner, and then you're good to go. You can get all the big stuff off with a razor at first, clean it up easier with a razor. I'm kind of just gonna run through this video and tell you guys verbally things and then give you like a time lapse of me doing it. If you guys have any questions, you can hit me up on Instagram or Snapchat. Instagram is HUDINI_VQ. My Snapchat is JADENWIBB. What I did is just kind of clean things up to give the RTV something to grab to when I put everything on. I still have to get up here. That side's pretty good, and I have to get the cap on that side as well. And then I'm gonna get the timing chains. But before I do all that, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the cams because the cams have to be on for me to put on the front timing chain. And I'm not gonna show you guys that because it's the same stuff as in the other video. If you did not see that other video, I will link it in the description for you to see how I spec'd my cams. So I have the cams off of this side. I want to pull every individual one of these out and assembly lube them up, and then I'm going to assembly lube the bearings, throw those on, and then I have to throw the timing chain tensioner on and RTV these. But I will show you guys when I throw this on because I didn't show that in the last video. But as far as this goes, you just take everything out, assembly lube it, put it back in, you know what I mean? This could have been avoided, but I didn't have any, so I was just trying to spec out the cams, use motor oil as a substitute. Like before they're in their final stage, I'm gonna put assembly lube on them and put everything back together. So this is a new timing chain tensioner. It sits right here. Then there's another one that sits on the other side the same way. I just put the new O-ring in there. So if you order the gasket kit, there's two O-rings stapled together. There's one, and then the other one is already on the tensioner. But anyway, you want to put that down and torque it down. And yeah, but I'm gonna clean this up before I go farther. All right, it's official. I put my blood, sweat. All I gotta do is cry about it. Basically with the chain tensioner, you just clean your little area here. You put it on, you bolt it on, make sure you have that O-ring in. Leave this in until you get, leave this in until you get your chain on. But with these, you wanna torque them down to 75 inch-pounds, these here. So I'm gonna get all through here, up here, but you wanna do it with a small area. I actually cut that too big probably, but we will find out. So you want to go easy with the RTV. cleaned up. She's good. That's all there is to it. So we are on to the next thing. I pulled my water pump out because I have replacement O-rings that go on it. And I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. But I'm just scrubbing this up with a Brillo pad. I also have to redo my gallery gaskets because I do have those as well. But, damn, this thing's sharp. But this little bit of gunk right here on the water pump housing, I guess you can call it. Just this little spot. I mean, the whole thing's called a timing chain. But, I mean, whatever, I don't care. You know what it is. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this little bit of gunk out of here and clean that up a little bit. Clean up the back side of it. And it's just a bunch of cleaning up that has to be done right now. So I don't really want to record that because it's not going to be interesting. It's going to make this vlog long. I'm just using a Brillo pad and brake clean. But if you guys need any further instructions, you know, for the slower people, you can hit me up on Snapchat or Instagram. I sent my boy a picture of my water pump and I was like, should I get a new water pump? Please say no, because then I'm going to have to order one. And he said yes. So I did order one, but I ordered it from the cashier at Advanced Auto. So we are going to continue with this fucking build tonight. That was really gonna piss me off, and now I got a fresh new boy. All right, oil gallery gasket. What you want to do is you want to take out these springs or these screws. All right, so you get all the bolts out, and you will have to fight with this to get it up a little bit. I kind of just pulled it up here, then popped the razor under it, and popped it up. But then this will come off. In the full service manual, it tells you do not take this off, but I'm gonna replace this so I don't have to do it later, and I will show you guys how. So you will not find this in the full service manual, but you will find this in my video. So once you get these off, you want to scrape this old gasket material off with a razor, and then you want to put your new gasket on. But with your new gasket, you do want to soak it in that copper spray that you can get at Advanced Auto, AutoZone, things like that, because that is what I had to do. But it's made by Permatex copper spray a gasket. Cleaned it like this with a razor. And do not think that this is an easy process. I was literally working on this for maybe an hour and a half to get both of these done. They're a serious pain in the ass. But then I'm gonna hit it with a Scotch-Brite pad, because if you can see the discoloration on it, you can see where the gasket, there you go, you can see where the old gasket was. You wait for it to get tacky, then spray the other side. Then you place them on here, boom, boom. And then you wanna put your plates back on there with your new bolts and all that other stuff. Torque it down to 11 foot-pound, like a star pattern. So I'm gonna do this one, this one, this one, this one, and just work my way to the inside. This one's easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that I have the gallery gaskets on there and torqued down, as you can see, they are all torqued down on there. I'm gonna go ahead and start on this, addressing this. You got one here, and then one on the timing chain, and those ones are still in there. That one there, this one over here. Those need to be replaced, as well as the two on the head here. All right, it is now time for RTV on this, and it is kind of a complicated process. As always, the link to the service manual is in the description. Everything is torqued down. You want to torque these down to 10 foot-pounds. These are the intake sprockets here. You want to line this little dowel up with the little dowel on the cam. Before you go any further, this piston, top dead center, these cams facing each other. So if you were to draw lines from here and here, you want those to intervene with each other. So piston 1 is top dead center. 5th piston, you want to take your cams and face them at each other. What you want to do when you are putting this on, your left side, well, this has 2 marks. This has oval marks here and circle marks here. Right bank, use circle type. Left bank, use oval type. Doing the left bank now, we're going to use the oval type. And there are 2 markings here. you have an oval here and you have a circle here. So if we are doing the left bank, like it says in the full service manual, you want to line these two teeth up with these. These are the oval type. This is the oval one. You want to line this tooth up with the oval one. But you want to oil your chain. Or these two markings here are lined up with the ovals, and this marking here is lined up with the oval. We torque this down to 76 foot-pounds. Markings on the cam sprockets. This one has a dot here. This one has a dot here. And this one, your main one, you just tap it in, tap it all the way until it's flat, and then you slide your cam sprocket on there, or your crank sprocket on there. So your two navy teeth line up with these sprockets up here. So you got the navy tooth here, lines up there. Navy tooth here, lines up here. And then you got a gold tooth down here, like Flavor Flav. That one lines up with the mark on the crankshaft. But as far as timing, that is how you do your timing. Put your top tensioner in last. I'm gonna put these in with the oil one and all that now. Or your chain tensioners. You got one here, you got one here, it takes 3 bolts. You got one here, which is a oil powered one. Looks like this. This goes up here. This one actually drives this one here, and this one bolts in right here. That is basically what you want to do as far as timing. So make sure you have your teeth correct, everything lined up, and then you run on this tensioner right here, up here, make sure that tooth is lined up, make sure this tooth is lined up. Then you can throw all your tensioners on, and then you're done. As far as timing, you are done. Also, do not forget to replace these 2 O-rings that are up in here. But I have everything torqued down. These get torqued down to 72 inch-pounds, 72 inch-pounds. I believe 12 foot-pounds, but don't quote me on that. Check your full service manual. Same thing here, 12 foot-pounds. So the timing chain is done. Everything is done. If you guys have any questions for anything that is outside of the full service manual, you can ask me on Snapchat. Thank you for watching this video though. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe. I'm looking at a turbo kit right now. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the trigger on it. Like this video, share it. Channel is growing. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you guys in that next one that you're gonna stay tuned for. Oh fuck.